agriculture and agricultural land preservation. We review and recommend on issues relating to existing and prospective Maryland agricultural land preservation foundation easements. Additionally, we make recommendations to the county on agricultural zoning issues, other issues relating to agriculture, and on county agricultural easements. Would the board members please introduce themselves by name and farming affiliation? John Merriman, I have a grain farm in Upper Cal.
Steve Meyer, dairy feeder calves, Whitehall.
Holly Gilmore, Horse Farm, Moncton.
Is that everyone? I'm Megan Benjamin, staff.
Joseph Wiley, staff.
Brenda Stromer, Woodstock, Maryland, cattle, beef, pork, and goat farm.
Okay, is Scott on or not?
I don't believe he is.
Okay, the first order of business is the approval of the minutes from February 10th. Everybody take a look at them and see what you think, if anything needs to be changed or updated or.
Joe, are you recording?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I hear a second.
I can second.
Okay, all those in favor of accepting the February 10th minutes as written, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes are approved. Okay, Megan, are there any additions or deletions from the agenda?
No.
Okay, now let's turn it over to Steve then. Our next order.
Yes, we have Steve Lafferty, our new planning director, joining us tonight.
Over there behind her.
Well, greetings, everybody. I'm Steve Lafferty. I've been planning director for a little less than 2 months. Very pleased to be here tonight. And first of all, I want to thank all of the board members for their volunteer activity. It's really clear as I've been able to visit with other boards under planning department that without all of you, our work would be so much harder and more difficult. You bring so much understanding and wealth of information and knowledge to our work in the agricultural community, and you remain an important part of the work that we're doing. So I just want to thank Megan and Joe for their continued hard work. They really are the core of our efforts to work with the agricultural and farming communities. And good to see my good friend Ann Jones on this as well tonight, making sure we preserve as much land as we can in the county as part of the county executive's commitment to land preservation. And I also, although I know this is another part of the agenda, also want to just give a shout out to Gail Enzer, who for so many years has provided invaluable leadership and participated in a way that's just made a difference in the way that the Ag Board has been able to function. So congratulations to you, Gail, and thank you very, very much on behalf of the county executive for your service. And I'll turn this back over to Megan and Joe.
Megan, which part are we doing first?
Sorry, we were muted.
Are we go.
Presented Gail with a citation from the county executive. You-
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure, and wish all the current board members all the best to serve as many farmers as they can, working towards that goal of at least 3,000 acres involved.
This is a map showing that how many acres are preserved while Gail was chairman. Over almost 12,000 acres,
Wow. That's neat.
and all the preserved land, of course. And it's quite impressive.
Thank you very much.
And,
Speech.
And Wally came back for a special guest appearance. He's on here.
Congratulations, Gail. Thanks for all you did.
Thank you, Wally. It was great working with you.
I'll call you about lunch.
I see.
Ann, it looks like you want to say something.
Did you just say it looked like I wanted to say something?
Yeah.
I should never play poker. People always say that to me. You look like you were about to say something. But I just did want to say Gail has been great working not only on the Ag Pres board, but also on the Piney Run Watershed Rural Legacy Board, and just giving a tremendous amount of time to all the preservation programs. And I'll also mention that we did just settle one more easement today in the Piney Run Rural Legacy area. It's the Wedby deed of easement, an additional 175 acres. So maybe you should color that on that map today before you take it home, Gail.
Definitely.
That's a lot of land.
This is awesome.
Well,
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Football.
150, yeah.
It will.
Yeah, no.
Put your 12,000. That is correct.
Well, Gail, we had a lot of fun working on all the easements. It was fun going out in the field to learn more out in the field, just talking of, day-to-day stuff.
Right. It was great that we could get the viewpoints of everybody, and each
Yeah.
one, we all saw the same thing, but we could pull out different things to comment on.
Yeah. And then we end up saying, gee, don't those cows look good? Or, well, his corn's looking pretty good. He must have got some rain,
Right.
That's the fun part,
And you see the county that you never saw before.
That's right. Especially we went the time we went back off Butler Road to look at a property on the backside of the woods. We must have drove 5 miles going back there. But it was a beautiful setting. I think, can't think of the name of the watershed that is. Comes down from Carroll County.
That was the Piney Run.
Piney Run, right. But it was pretty nice. Well, I know you'll stay busy.
Yes. No grass grows under my feet, hopefully.
So we're a little delayed in honoring you, but I mean, you've made a tremendous, move us so long. We figured we have a little bit of time. Yeah, tremendous.
Understandable under the conditions.
Okay, we'll continue on with the first. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the first thing on the agenda is, Mr. Ramirez has a request for a child's lot, is his first request, and the second request is for a general exemption for agricultural purposes. And I'd like to call on Joe Wiley to provide background information.
So yes, we've seen this property before, I believe about 2 years ago. Mr. Ramirez has a two house lots actually on this property. So the first one came in for Sebastian. So if you look on this map, it's the blue hash mark area. Now they're coming in for Juan's child's lot, which is in the orange boxed area. So both of them are located right next to each other. They're both located right against the road. And here's just a quick picture. Just kind of a little knoll right there. So there shouldn't be much grading. I do know they're on the line. Hold on, let me pull them up. Bear with me here. Where'd they go? All right, Juan, I got you unlocked, and Sebastian, I have you. You both can speak now.
Okay, hello, everyone.
Did I get that about right? Did I miss anything?
That was perfect.
And so, Joe, do you just want to review what the Ag Board's duty is in reviewing?
Yeah, so no, I don't have that with me. Do you have that with you?
Yes, so it's as part of the packet, it explains that the Ag Board's responsibility is looking at the request for the location, looking that it will have minimal impact on the agricultural capability of the farm. And of course, the requirement of the child's lot for this county easement is that the child is required to live in the house for 1 year and pay back the easement value for the acreage removed from the easement. Joe analyzed the soils, and it looks to be that they would be in class 2 and primarily class 3 soils in that location. But they are right by the road and situated right beside the other lot that was already approved.
So the first lot was approved at the time of the easement, and this is just a request for a second lot.
The first lot was approved 2 years ago. This is the second lot, and that will be the total of the child's lots available. The house that's on the property, that was withheld. It's not part of the easement.
Okay.
Okay, does Mr. Ramirez have anybody else that wants to talk, or?
So I guess if you have any questions for them, both of the brothers are on.
There will be a house built on both lots eventually, or just the new request?
I'm Sebastian. The idea for me is to start doing the process for subdividing and doing all the perk tests this year. I'm not sure when my brother's planning to do his.
So there's two brothers who want to build a house from one on the other.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is Juan. I plan on, if we get this approved, I probably plan on doing that probably in the year of 2022. I'm in the process of moving back to Maryland. I got transferred there for work, but I'm back to Maryland, so this is why we're starting this process now.
Okay. Well, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's fine.
All right. Any other discussion or questions?
Not from my end.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve
Child's lot.
For this property on Bond Road.
Okay, do I hear a second on that?
And is it both for the
Second it.
location and approval for it as an ag subdivision if needed?
That's a separate motion.
Well, I guess you could do it two in one or separately?
Well, let's just say the
Let's just make
child's
the
lot,
motion. All right,
and the establishment of the ag subdivision to allow both lots.
okay, so this is one motion then. To include
I-
both
I-
requests.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Okay. All right, do I hear a second on that?
I can second it, Holly.
Okay, all those in favor of both requests signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the request is passed.
Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
So this a quick question. This all became just one motion, correct? Both
Yes.
lots?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Great.
this is,
Thank you.
this is being recorded and it will be available probably by Friday online, so.
Okay.
All right, do we want to mention each thing as we go down here, or just have Baltimore County permits and development applications? I have none. So what's next? Status of easements, transactions, and inspections?
Yeah, we can go for that one next.
Okay.
Joe, do you want to go first?
Yes, so the state put out that sorry, I'm muting people. The state put out that since no inspections were done last year, typically we do 10% of all mouth easements. This year, to make up for the next 2 years, we'll be doing 15%. So that should put us about roughly, it's about 35 inspections we have to do for the state. So. So we have to do those by the end of the midsummer, end of the fiscal year. So we should be getting them out within the next couple weeks and have everything up on the calendar and get out there.
As far as status of easement transactions goes, we have 8 that are still in process, 1 from FY19 Dorn, and then 7 that are in process for FY20. Joe's completed or in the process of completing the baseline inspections for 2 of the easements. So hopefully there was one issue that needs cleaned up on one that he went out to, but hopefully at least those 2 will be closing soon. We are anticipating that the offers for FY21 mouth will be coming out this month. The last I heard is that they would be going to this month's mouth meeting. So hopefully we'll be getting word on those soon. Just a reminder that your financial disclosure forms are due April 30th. So if you haven't done those, just a reminder. I mentioned last time the budget town halls are happening now. If anybody has questions on that, let me know and I can send you the dates of the ones remaining.
Yes, the 3rd district is coming up.
Yes, 3rd district's on the 18th. And the mouth deadline, a reminder that it is April 30th. So we sent out postcards. We're getting calls on those. We've heard back from a few landowners that have applied in the past and want to reapply. But anything that you can do to also help spread the word would be great. April 30th. And they can contact Joe and I with any details. If there's any information we can send out to anyone, we'd be happy to do that. And I believe that's all. A very short meeting tonight. Our next meeting's April 14th. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So
On the financial disclosure forms, is that online or can you get a hard copy of it?
So If you need a hard copy, I think it's online this year, but I can send a hard copy. I can get that to you.
I'll tell you what, wouldn't be a bad idea.
A hard copy out to everyone?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yes, please.
We can do that.
Thank you.
Mr. Merriman, if I may, please.
Yeah.
First of all, once again, thank you for your leadership and for the volunteer service that you and the other members are giving. I do want to commend Megan and Joe. Megan, as you know, has moved into the position that Wally had. I'm not going to say she'll fill Wally's shoes entirely. That would be a tough act to follow, but we know that she'll provide terrific leadership and that Joe is just an invaluable resource in the field that'll continue as well. And I do know that, we are moving 5 rural legacy applications through now that Megan is shepherding after having identified 13 different farms that are candidates for easements that the council has now approved. So we're working hard to make sure not only is land is preserved, but in working with you to address the other challenges that are facing the agricultural and farming community. And please feel free to reach out to me. I probably won't be in every meeting, but I wanted to at least say hello to everybody tonight and thank Gail for her service and to make sure that you understand how important this work is for the county executive and for the planning department.
Thank you, Steve.
And Steve just reminds me, we also have county ag easements working through. So the first 2 county ag easements, we should be submitting this week or next. The template that we worked on and the board looked at last year, I guess, was approved through our law office, and we're moving those forward now too.
Good. Okay, so are we ready for adjournment then? Or, okay, I move for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you, Vic. Good to see you, Steve. Good to see Joe.
Just remember that next meeting is April 14th.
Right, okay.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
The county
Okay.
by opening up, or the state by opening up more in-person things. I don't know if that'll change our agenda sometime.